All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. It's 4:30 p.m. How's it going, everybody? The day later, Ivan Ramirez, Rigger Rockstar, and Jack Woodworth. What's up, guys? How's it going? Today, we do not have Pokemon Black and White. Darn. Really disappointing. I was hoping I'd have it by now. We'll grab this. And we'll say, even more commission slabs. And then let's see. New Ancient Origins box break. You guys mostly knew about that. Prismatic break. We still have a lot of cool stuff. I mean, there's a lot going on in Pokemon. Alright, there we go. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna close this. So today we have a fat stack there on the right. That's from Tammy. Those are some Tammy slabs. This is Luigi's Mansion. I'm gonna skip this one. By the way, is this sped up? This is normal. Let's turn this up. Hold on. There we go. All right, there we go. Now let me start cleaning this up. Cleaning up my emails. Closing all that. We have Mr. Gonzalez. Good day to you, sir. I want to ask if you have a Tyranitar for sale. I don't really have one for sale. All right, and then how about this? Take a look at this. I don't actually have the tracking number, do I, for this thing? All right. Just ask that. Let me jump over here. Sean Gallagher, PSA grade the Psyduck from my fossil break. Heck yeah, dude. Alright, so that's the first order of today. Whew. Just getting my Pokemon fix. I saw last night's stream. It was epic. Congrats on the big hits. Oh, yeah. And we'll eventually do another special box break like that again. Man, I wish I could have been part of it. I got lucky. Those spots I gave up didn't end up turning into Dragonite or nothing. That would have been pretty hard. So these are still Zach's cards. We got some Zach cards here. And then this is Tammy's pile. All right. I'll move this out. We'll put this here. And I'm going to take this box, fill it with Tammy stuff. Oh, that's nice. Gengar Series 2 blue logo. There's Nami. So this Nami will be for a new round of the manga breaks eventually. Not yet. We're still running a... let me see. Where'd that one manga card go? The one I just bought. I bought a manga card off of somebody. I don't even know where it is, man. So we've got the Blackbeard manga card, and we've got this Monkey D. Luffy manga as well. This is breaking 6 out of 18. So if you're a One Piece fan, you don't have to open up One Piece booster packs. You can just go straight toward a manga card. Not a bad idea. You could do both. Maybe a little, that at least makes sure your money goes to an actual manga card. Because when you're opening a case, you don't know. You could spend hundreds of dollars and you don't know if there's even a manga in the case. That's the annoying part. And I only get a certain number of cases. So let's say I give 5 cases. All 5 of them might be no manga. That's the interesting part. Like, for example, when we were opening up the EB2, and there were like 6 cases open and there was no manga in them. So when you're in a manga break, you know there's a manga card. So it's still odds. It's still like, 1 in 18, pretty bad. but at least you know it's there. So it's 100% there. So it's like a 100% chance. It's a chance, but it's still actually a chance for something. All right. Now, on the other hand, the fun part of opening the booster packs is maybe get really lucky. Maybe the next booster pack has a manga. That's the flip side. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. The ratio is that low? Oh, yeah. I think that mangas show up like 1 every 8 cases on average. You gotta open a lot of cases for a manga to show up. So, Tammy, Gengar Series 2 blue logo, huh? Nice. I wonder if I need a new sleeve for this necessarily. Maybe I wonder what it would be like if I took all the, if I closed all my sleeves. Let's see. Here's a thingy here. Okay. OW, because he also a Blackbeard. This is going to say Topps Gengar. Time to start pricing up slabs. That's what we're going to be doing, basically. All right. PSA version is $65. Now, this is Cardconomist grading. What do you think we should start at? Probably not 65. How about 10% off? How about 59? Tam for Tammy. Okay. And now, how about this one? So this one's obviously from Zach. It's Integrated Combat Wing Naka. Sneaker Bunko. So this is a Sneaker Bunko card, but it's not sexy. So I don't know how well it could potentially do. I don't think it's going to do well at all. Let's start by just trying to find the card. Weiss, Naka, Sneaker. Okay, Weiss, Naka, Sneaker. And then, okay, so it's showing me all of the ones for sale. There's one slab of it for sale, but it's a signature, which I sold. Yeah, there's really nothing to compare this to. I'm thinking $40 for this because, you know, it's one thing to try and move a sexy card, but it could be really hard to move a non-sexy card. Okay. I'm just going to come up with the price. If you don't like it, Mr. Zach, you can let me know, but I feel like $40 is probably the limit on a card like this. 40. Zach. Sticks. Be careful with that. There it is. Sticks. He's just telling what's next. Average, I think, is 4 cases. Oh, because he also has a Blackbeard. The average is 4 cases, you say? I don't feel that sounds too easy. I don't think that's true. Ooh, here's a Dark Charmeleon. Really nice card. Definitely say this one's selling. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna say PSA 9, Dark Charmeleon. I'm thinking of going back out today and going hunting for mushrooms again. I'm gonna actually eat some of those chanterelles. And now that we know that they grow near us, that's like a summer mushroom you can go hunting for. Okay, Dark Charmeleon, cheapest one. It looks like the absolute cheapest Dark Charmeleon. It's going to be this one right here. Canadian one, 47 plus 18. We got to add those together to get the real price. 65. All right, 65 it is. Wow. Pricey, man. Okay. Tam. Good. All right. How about a Zachary Sticks card? He's got a lot of Weiss cards here. Love, Sound, and Climax. Wow. Never graded. I think I did grade this one. I don't remember, actually. So this will say Sneaker, Weiss, Climax, maybe? Climax. Sneaker, Weiss, Climax. And there it is. I see the card. Let's try and find one graded now. So we'll type in 10. Okay, there is one. Oh, here it is. Okay, we have an example of it, and this is a holographic version of the card. So it looks like it goes for about $50. It's about a $50 card. I mean, it's a bit naughtier, I suppose. So maybe 50 makes sense. It's a nice pristine. I noticed pristine seem to sell for as much as a PSA 10, and then gem mints sell for less than a PSA 10. So I noticed that's the pattern. You know, the market kind of comes up with that over time. Hey, I've seen that view before. What? When you're looking back at your partner? All right, here's a Tammy one. Ooh, this is a good one. So Tammy's got Red's Challenge. Now that's good. That's a premium card for sure. Red's Challenge. Red's Challenge. Here he is, but this is the Chinese version of the card. We want the Japanese version of the card. Okay, so the card... nope, that's still not it. Oh, there's one in auction. Oh, we got to be careful with this one. This one seems to be valuable. Let me check sold. Let's go doopy-doopy-doo. Okay. So that's right. Okay, so we have some good examples, actually. So we have one sold just recently, June 4th, $400. And then I don't think there is one for sale. So $400 June 4th, none for sale. There's one in auction. But so what that means then is we're going to do a high price. This will be $440. Because she's got one for sale. No one else does. Tammy? I'm new. Just started watching a couple days ago. Not sure how it works yet. What's up, man? How's it going? Welcome to my live stream. We've been running this live stream for 6 years now. We open up cards for people and we sell slabs. We do slab breaks. We do box breaks and more. You can talk about the hobby. You can talk about the news. You can fall desperately in love with somebody from the stream. Okay, let's get to the line now. So Sean Gallagher. Mr. Sean. Sean. His name is Sean. If you have a PayPal, there's a link in the description. Tell me it's your first order when you send. It's $138 per pack. Here. Oh, yeah. I'm excited for that. He had Sean Gallagher had... he had 2 packs. By the way, from last night, I am interested in buying up your light packs from this set if you're interested in selling your light packs. Here it is. So I do $200 store credit. If you want cash, I think it's going to be a little less. I think it's going to be $190 cash, okay? But I do $200 store credit if you're wanting to sell your light pack. Also, I am interested in your uncommon commons, too. So both of those things. I offer that every time we do a big box break. So you have a way to just quickly get rid of them. Of course, you will make more money off of them if you take them home and carefully grade each one, which takes time, it takes capital. And then, you got to sell your own cards. You got to list them on eBay or whatever. But that's the better way to make money on these. But if you ever just want to liquidate, if you ever just want to get rid of them fast, I can help you with that. Sometimes there's a value to that convenience and to that speed, There we go. What a deal. There's one on eBay for $360. You're saying there's one of these? Make sure it's Japanese. And if it is, let me know, okay? Because if there is one on eBay for $360, I will update this price to reflect that, because that's how it works over here. We like to go with cheapest buy it now price. Can I advertise to buy the packs? I'll pay $210. Probably no. Topps Movie Series 1 booster box. All right, here we go. That's an interesting question, Mr. Eduardo Vargas. All right, let me think about it. Well, that's very different from trying to sell your packs in the chat. This time you're trying to buy the packs. Let me think about it. The lowest $215 for light first edition fossil pack. This is one of Mr.'s most fair offers for the pack buybacks, to be honest. Yeah, I just kind of do the price minus, what is it, like 13% or something like that? I can't remember. I'm obviously kidding, mister. But I didn't know you were kidding. But it's an interesting question. If I offer a price, can someone then just go undercut it? No, not undercut it, but go over it slightly. It's an interesting thought. I don't think I've really ran into that problem. Never really had to deal with that before. There it is. Guess if somebody was real consistent with that, it would be annoying one day. I'd be like, oh my God, dude. Yeah, it's not really a problem I run into. Sean Gallagher, PSA. Here we are. Usually it's people wanting to sell stuff. Ta-da! All right. Thank you. Yep, cheap. Oh, okay. Cheapest is $360 on eBay. Really? Let me look at that. Tag team. Oops. I'm just curious because one sold for less than that a few days ago. Let's sort by high price. Oh, the Canadian one with like $30 shipping. Okay, but then there's one for sale right after for $400. There's a bunch of them for sale. It looks like when I typed in Red's Challenge, it did not bring up all of the available items. Anyway, here's one for $375. Oh, okay, I see it now, guys. I see it. So it might have been my search terms. Might have been my search term. I typed in Red's Challenge, and maybe it didn't show all of them. Maybe it's because of the apostrophe. Yeah, maybe something with the apostrophe stopped the search from being completed. All right. It's really annoying, isn't it? Apostrophes. Okay. Set this over here. There we go. Can I get the code cards from the fossil break? Want to buy Primal Clash a box? Cheapest $360. I could sell a Primal Clash box for you if you want to send it over here and I sell it on commission. Would you like me to do that? Okay, here you go, Tammy. This is a very nice card, everybody. What is this? Wait, where did I just put that sleeve? I didn't just throw the sleeve away, did I? Oh, here it is. How's the queue looking? Probably short. Let's see. Queue time. Q-tip time. We have Ivan Rodriguez on the table. Wise Half Awake Gaze, $18. Half Awake Gaze. This? Yes. Oh, before we do that, so Zachary Stex gets a cut from that. Okay, let's just see real fast. Gets $13. $118. Okay, and now Ivan. What thermal printer do you use? Yeah. This guy's not answering. He's trying to keep the information to himself. Machop, $19. Was there a Machop over here? I feel like there was. Oh, this is $60. Okay, not this one. Okay, let's keep looking. Here it is. That one's also Stex. Okay, Zachary Stex. And the Dark Machoke, $20. Dark Machoke, that's probably also him. Let's see. We got lots of slabs, guys, so pay attention. I've been pricing them up. We got a lot of Zach Stex slabs. Now we got a lot of Tammy slabs, so we're just picking up lots and lots of slabs. Where is he? Is he something I took a picture of? Let's see. $698.25. Oh, he might be one I took a picture of. Okay, hold on. Oh, there he is. I see him. So let me just say Machoke sold. And let me go find him. There he is. Got it. Okay. So, Mr. Ivan. It's kind of funny that you got both of these. Look, he got the Machoke for me, and then you got the Machop from Stex. That's funny. Okay, Ivan Rodriguez. Okay. Love the sound of slabs. Yeah, it's like the sound of gold coins clinking against each other. Okay, it's about $14. That's rounded up. 132. 132. Oh, wait, I just typed that wrong. 132. There it is. I like the ladies from the Hololive set. Good. Better type your name in. Here's a prize card right here, guys. Tag Team 10, 2019. That's basically vintage these days. 6 years old. I mean, that's old. It's not vintage, but it's old. It's out of print. Gotta have a term for card sets that are like sort of old. That's what we need. We need a word for sort of old cards. Look at that. Beautiful. 9.5. Pretty good. Star Mickey, $85. Okay. Let's see the next order. We have an order from our good friend Omar Batui, OP12 box. Okay, OP12 box. Do I have a sealed box next to me? No. So let me bring over some sealed boxes. Hey, what's up, Mr. Omar Batui? How's it going, man? So, guys, today we have breaks. We've got Prismatic. We've got the Prismatic SPC break. We've got the Ancient Origin booster box break. We're still waiting on Pokemon Black and White. I was really hoping I'd wake up and it'd be here, but I didn't see it. Maybe it's still on the way today. Like, maybe we get it before the nighttime stream. But I actually do not have tracking for it. I just have a promise from the guy who shipped it. He said, yeah, I shipped it. So, hopefully it's here soon. It's going to be a disaster if it doesn't arrive, because I got all of it coming just from him. He's a guy I've ordered with before. All right. He makes me a little nervous. All right, but he's been good lately. You got OP12? Yeah, I got OP12. OP12, $3 a pack. Not a bad price. Try it out. OP12. Okay. I have a good feeling about this, Omar. I think this might be the manga right here, the manga. This will be hard to move, that's Eevee. When you get a card like this, where it's a 9, but it's also an expensive card, that can be really hard to move. Bunch of cases for both black and white equally. Yeah, I got a whole bunch coming from one guy. You want to know who it is? The guy who owed me all those cases, remember that? So he's been paying me back by shipping me more recent product. I said, tell you what, don't worry about those old cases. Give me the new stuff. So that's where this one piece came from. He's like, all right. So he got me the one piece. Now we're waiting for that black and white to arrive. He's a vendor distributor. He said he was talking about what the label says. He said the label says ETA. I'm assuming he's not messing with me. And that he got him out on time. Here's a holo. Kind of putting my eggs in one basket with him is kind of a foolish move almost. But he's sending me so much of them that I didn't want to buy some with anyone else. I didn't want to have a backstock on the black and white set because I'm not so sure how I feel about it yet. I wish that Eevee was a 10. Grade so bad. Yeah, me too. All right, here's a holo. Here's a holo. Sending 700 Marines to LA for the riots feels like domestic war. Is that what he's doing? I didn't hear about that. Oh. All right, let's see. Trump sending U.S. Marines. Trump orders in Marines in dramatic escalation of LA protests. He did that an hour ago? Jesus, dude. I don't know. That's why I'm over here opening Pokemon cards, man. I don't know about all that. Group of Marines from 29 Palms. This sounds like an awful lot. You think he's trying to trigger like some sort of big fight? I feel like it's almost like he's trying to get something to happen. Or maybe he's just signaling that, yeah, we're really coming in with ice and we really are going to do huge, deportations or whatever. I don't know. That's crazy, dude. Now, ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Look at that pull, man. Mr. Omar. Beautiful pull. Ooh. Wonderful. Did you see the Dodgers Luffy collab coming out July 3rd? You have to attend the game. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm going to the Dodgers games, guys. Somebody watch over my house while I'm gone. Oh, he's looking all like, whatcha? Very nice. And a holo. So, that's for our friend, Mr. Omar. Very nice. I told you I had a good feeling about this box. My brain just said, this is it. This is the box. This is the box with the blue card in it. Okay. Very nice. Let's see. Mr. Omar, Mr. Omar. Let's put this over here. Let's grab a fresh baggie. It's a different time period. You know, if you remember the BLM riots, it's a very different time period today than it was back then. Today, Trump's not having to run for, like, re-election. So he can kind of do what he wants because he knows he's out of... I don't think he's going to run for that third term. I really don't. I think he knows he can just pretty much do what he wants for a while. And then it's someone else's problem when he leaves. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he cares what people think of him for a while. He didn't care what Elon Musk thinks of him. Break up with Elon Musk. He's like, I don't care. That was because he didn't want to give electric cars a free rebate anymore. He says, government's not doing that. So you do it. And so he's got this ally, Elon Musk, who's super influential. He's a smart guy. Elon put all his eggs in one basket with Trump. He's like, I'm all in, baby. And then Trump's like, yeah, so we're ending that rebate for electric cars. Damn, bro. So I don't know what to expect. I don't think he's playing. I think he wants to fight. So who knows what happens. They'll make great television. Things to talk about over here. It'll be so fun. Yay! Things to talk about. Life's so boring when there's nothing to talk about. Okay, here we are. All right. Okay. Thanks for saving the manga for me. You got it, man. I'm saving the manga for you. Need the Yankees to do some collabs. Jazz was wearing one-piece battle gear to start the year. All right. Very nice. I always thought that was funny on their different stances on EV. Yeah, it was a bit weird, wasn't it? Because Trump was always making fun of the electric vehicles. And then it's like, Elon Musk's like, I love Donald Trump. I was like, are you sure? Doesn't really make sense, does it? All right. But apparently Trump did not change his mind after becoming besties with Elon for a little while. Beautiful cards. Now, here we are. We've got a good relationship, Suzu. I don't like this Veriswap sleeve. Let's get this out of here. I don't know what that is, but get that out of there. Can we get a fit of the day, mister? Yeah, let me show you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my classic black t-shirt and black shorts. Like a true cringe lord. All right, so good relationship, Suzu. Good relationship, Suzu. I see there's a signature version of the card. Let me check sold. Yeah, nobody's really grading these hollows. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just a regular hollow, right? Yes, double R. Let's get a price on it. Mr. dresses like Adam Sandler. We are. It's not terribly inaccurate. Actually, he kind of has too much clothing on. Adam Sandler. I wear less than that. Too much clothing. I like to be almost naked most of the time. We are. Okay. Who's this? This card's not even holographic. That's a common card. Okay. It kind of destroys the whole argument that Trump is owned by his donors, though. True, I guess that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. You could say that. This is a promo. CR. That sounds like a promo. Climax Rare. This is called a Climax Rare. What the fuck? I don't even know what's this called? An unfamiliar site? Okay, let's see. Clothing optional, guys. Unfamiliar site. Okay. Oh, there it is. So that one's a triple R. This one's a CR. Okay, well, this is a real card graded $60. Not free. Don't know if somebody will buy that one. Akashi doesn't sell that often for me. Okay. Now we have an order from William Wafter. What's up, William? 1989 Nintendo game pack, please. I have a small bag. Your bag's going to get large fast if you keep opening these. Look at these. Oh, yeah. It's a me, Mario. Boop, 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 boop. Mom TCC's a nudist. Have you ever heard of Pokemon Viz? No. Trump wears briefs. Climax cards can only have 8 in the deck. Important for prevention damage. Oh. It was wild how he blew up Zelensky for his attire, then Elon wears a hoodie and a trench coat. Yeah. Well, maybe that was part of it. Maybe Elon didn't really truly fit in with their group, you know? There it is. Elon's a bit strange. He definitely, you know, it's weird. He definitely truly comes off as having some sort of, like, autism or something. You know, he's just a bit odd. He definitely comes off as sort of, like, very, very confident, egotistical. Maybe you could say arrogant. Maybe you could say narcissistic, right? You can say all those things if you'd like. Of course, when you're the wealthiest guy in the world, maybe that's just bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't forget this guy's running all these companies. He's in charge of all these people. So you gotta be confident, or else they don't want to follow you. That's just how it is. So he's got a lot of ego. He's got a lot of confidence. And, but he really does just strike me as odd sometimes, right? Like, he's always trying to be like an edgelord. He's always trying to be funny. Like, oh yeah, it's all just a joke, guys. And, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that sometimes. Like, it kind of makes me uncomfortable at times. You know, when a person has enough money and power, there's a point where you just kind of want them to be a little bit boring and conventional. You don't want them to be too crazy. It comes off as erratic or eccentric. Because, you know, Nero was eccentric. William Wafter. So there's a line you can cross. I think for a lot of people he's crossed a line, but typically over political stuff. Politics and religion, basically the same thing these days. Here it is, William Wafter. Very nice. All right. Ooh. He's the rich kid next door. Zelda's my favorite Nintendo game. The more camera time masks get, the more he acts like Robot Guy from Grandma's Boy. Oh my gosh, I forgot about these packs. I used to love these when I was a kid. Oh my gosh. Thank you, mister. What's under the scratch-off? So the scratch-off is just like a little game, and there'll be like little Mario items underneath. This, we've got Birthday Pikachu. I gotta sneeze. Oh my god, dude. Woo! Could I slab away 5 vintage packs? I gotta sneeze, hold on. From Ancient Origins? Do you mean from Ancient Origins? Probably one at a time. How about that? But did you know when you put a box break slab into slab away, box break booster pack into slab away, there's no fee at all. There's no fee. There's no $20 fee. There's also no 6-month reserve time. So it doesn't work that way. When it comes to a booster box slab away, it's over when this list fills up, and then you're expected to have paid it off, because if this last spot is taken and you've still got a slab away, it's up for sale to anyone who wants to buy it, okay? So it's just like that, and there's no fee at all. There's no reserve fee at all. So all the money you put towards it just immediately goes toward the card. How about 2? Oh, we could probably do 2 for you. If you're confident you can pay it down before it fills, you got to be real confident with that, okay? I could probably do 2 for you, but in general, that might not be a good idea. Because imagine if we allowed people to do 2 or 3 packs each. That's only... So if everyone could put 3 packs away, you'd only need 12 people to put the whole box in the slab away. That's nothing. So I would say 1 pack at a time is the smart way to do it, because then you finish 1 pack, you move on to the next one. But yeah, you could probably do 2. It's not such a big deal. Those are just my thoughts. I tend to think in terms of like rules and systems. That's how my brain works. Maybe that's why I was able to start this channel up and run it for a while. My brain loves rules and it loves systems. Something you can do over and over and over again, and it works every time. All right. So, my FFMTG Collector Booster Box just arrived. Can I do a gym battle for 1? No, we don't do those gym battles. We do have some other gym battles on the table, though. Here's one for Lucario, and there's another one for a non-Pokemon card. Oh, here it is. I almost forgot about gym battles. Here's a Mickey Mouse gym battle. There's actually a third gym battle. Nobody's in it right now. This graded booster pack. So $30, 1 and 2. Mario Red Overalls wax pack. So that one's pretty cool, and it has a lot of value. I mean, it's so expensive to grade booster packs. You're pretty much, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much just breaking even with the cost of grading packs. Back in the day, it basically did cost $50 back in the day to grade booster packs. So I really am just breaking even on this. But it's a nice little thing. Notice it says 8, right? And it's like, oh, darn, I wish it was a 10. Well, this is a wax pack. It's not like a regular foil booster pack. These really don't grade 10. It's from 1989, and maybe they do hand out a 10 to something, but, you know, a wax pack, they're so messy, they never grade 10. And so an 8 is fine. An 8 is good, actually. That's a high grade. And, yeah, it's from 1989 as well. Think about it. They were producing packs in 1989. Oof. Okay, so I'm not opening it. Oh, my gosh. Boo. Heck yeah, Tammy. What are you saying, Mr. Roshigoku? In 1998, Pokemon VHS tapes came with a single random card inside, including a Charizard. Cyberest the Holy Ghost says, I think I have a bunch of those in my storage unit. I used to put all my cards in old Velveeta cheese boxes. What? Old Velveeta cheese box. Heck yeah, man. All right. Does this need to be rotated? This is a really good one, by the way. I like this Erica's Bulbasaur. Nice card. Here's a Torchic 10, $200. That one kind of just rotates a lot. What's this? Here's a Tangela. Erica's Invitation. And Musha New Gundam. This one shall go up onto eBay. Let me get a proper stand on it. There it goes. All right. So we have this new thing going on where in the middle of the live stream, I might stop to post an item on eBay by posting it to this channel. We're going over here. And I have this channel for eBay. And we're going to take a front and back picture of this. 1. And 2. And I might take a third picture. All right. There it is. And this goes over here now. Where's the box I was putting these in? This is it. Yeah, this is the box. Okay. Ugh. Tammy, open it. Yeah, come on, Tammy, open it. Tammy, open, 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 open. Here's Gilberto Cedillo, OP12. Here it is, OP12. Throw this away. If you believe it, anything's possible. That's right. Come on, Tammy. If you believe it, anything's possible. Sent for the Shadowless base set box break. Oh, Jesus Christ. That would be so expensive. If I wasn't moving, I could probably host some ridiculous box break. Of course, it would take probably over a year for it to fill up. Nope, 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 nope. Tammy! Nope, 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 nope. This is unacceptable. Okay. Snipping this. Okay. Scooby Buns, oh Scooby Dooby Buns. I'm waiting for my regular play boosters instead. What? What's the best vintage PSA 10 you got on the table there, Mr. TCC? Vintage? Oh, I'm just chock full of vintage. We got all the vintage. This, you ready? Well, we keep rotating stuff. We might have some pictures in our Discord server. Have you looked there, perchance? The table gets rotated a lot, and so when something comes down, we take a picture of it. We have a channel in our Discord server called Featured. It's next to All Slabs June. And if you go look at the Featured channel, there's some pricier slabs in there. You might find something you like over there. That's a cool looking artwork. I like that. Oops. What if we schedule one in advance to let the group know what is happening and we can save up? Ah! Konnichiwa. Whoa, look at those hips. Holy. Holy mama. What's her name? This. Very nice. Do, 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 do. All right. I'm looking now. If you're in there, if you're in our Discord server, you might as well pick a number for the 1 in 100 giveaway too. Because we always give away a slab in our Discord server like every single month, like clockwork. So if you just go to our Discord server once a month, you can check in for that potential free slab. Her name is Thick. What? She's pretty thick. All right, no manga. Oh, I thought that could have been a manga. No manga in this round. Nico Robin. That's for our friend Gilberto. Okay, Gilberto. Let's see. Okay. Let's grab this. New bag? New bag, Gilberto? Yeah, I'd like a new bag. Thanks for letting me know. Yay! I got a box. Oh, he's got a box. That explains it all. Thank you. Let's see. Can't rely on me remembering that because there's too many boxes. There's so many boxes. There's plentiful as bags at this point anyways. There we go. All right. There's still testing in LA. I thought people would go to work. It is. Maybe that is their work. Have you ever thought of that? That might be their work. They might be getting paid to do that. If you were paid to protest, would you do it? I'd do it in a heartbeat. That sounds cool, man. Depends on the pay, I guess. But if I didn't have a YouTube job, if I got to go out into the sunlight, just kind of hang out with people who all believe the same thing as I do and get a nice paycheck for that, that doesn't sound too bad. All right, let's see. Android 078. And there it is. Let's see, we want the cheapest one. Looks like this is a $33 card. Okay, $33 card. Stex. There it is. RFK Jr. just fired his entire vaccination panel. Weird. Why do you think he would do that? This. I haven't really kept up with the news when it comes to RFK Jr. Was he like pro-vaccine and now they just got fired? Or was he anti-vaccine and they just all got fired? Don't forget to check if the number has already been guessed. True. Wipe him off the map, says J-Dog. Oh, come on, dude. That's terrible. I'm sure there's Republicans who get paid to protest too. Or just lots of protesters. You know, there's protesters out there. Not a reason to wipe anyone off the map. People have a right to protest. All right. For now. No, I'm just kidding. That's how they talking, you know what I mean? Like, this is the beginning of it. Here goes. It's the Gestapo. All right. I'm going to start snipping. Sneep. Throwing this over here. Achoo. That's right. Chew. Ooh, Playboy. He's pro-vaccine, but wants them to have the same standard of safety testing as other drugs. Yeah, I'd like to know exactly what happened that would make him fire everybody. I haven't heard much about that guy. I guess he stayed pretty quiet. I did hear that Skittles removed like a known carcinogen from their ingredients. It was like some super horrible thing. And all I could think is like, how are they not getting their pantsuit off for keeping that in the food the whole time? Like, it could have just been made without it. So then why would you leave it in? I don't get it. I could probably look this one up. Hold on. This one drives me nuts. This is a real passionate thing for me. Skittles removes. All right. Skittles has removed titanium dioxide from its U.S. formulation. Notice it says U.S. formulation. You know why? Because they already removed it in other parts of the world. A color paint additive previously used to brighten the candy. The decision was made after concerns were raised about titanium dioxide's potential health risks, including DNA damage. They've known this for a while. It was banned in Europe in 2022, and they kept it over here for 3 more years. Crazy, dude. And we've just been eating that garbage, and people are getting, like, colon cancer. Why do you think? God, dude. Wild stuff, man. All right. Who are these for? This is for David Moraes. I'm sorry. I might not have called it out. That's you. Mr. David Moraes. Dude, that should be a lawsuit that they removed it in Europe but kept it in the United States for a while. It is. People who have like colon cancer should just openly sue. I would love to see them win. And I would love to see all these other companies doing the exact same thing, have the pants scared off of them because it's so ridiculous, dude. Hey, we're eating food. What's in your food? Titanium? What? Why? Why would they put titanium dioxide in anything? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. See that bread over there? If it could just get a little titanium dioxide in it, it would taste so good. What? That's a lawsuit, dude. That should 1000% be a lawsuit. It's crazy. You're giving people cancer, man. That's like the most realist thing ever. You know? What could be more... There's nothing more important than that, is something that severe. A horrible chemical. There we go. All right. LMAO, you guys saying it when I have Skittles in my hand. No, Tammy, stop! I knocked the Skittles out of Tammy's hand. To keep the food fresh the chemical way. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? That's crazy, dude. Oh, how have they gotten away with it for so long? Titanium dioxide. We have food companies poisoning us with titanium dioxide, dude. Jose Arredondo, 6 Nintendo game packs. Wonder how many companies still have that food dye, or whatever it is, in their food. It's ridiculous. 3, 4. And 5, 6. It is 6 of these. Oops, music paused. There we go. Rip Tammy. Rip Tammy. Gone too soon. Here it is. All right. Ooh. So look at these guys. All right. These are at a great price right now. Ready? Skills are natural. Yeah. Boy, they say stuff like taste of the rainbow. The rainbow's natural, right? And they had old Skittle commercials where Skittles were like growing out of the ground. It's anything but natural. It's paint. It's the high fructose syrup with paint on it. It's like, bro, can I just have the high fructose syrup? Not the paint? They're not as good if they're not brightly colored. Jesus, dude. And the craziest part is they can make them with ingredients that are just more natural and they just don't want to. So in Europe, they're like, you got to. We don't mess with this stuff. I tell you why that is because the European government pays for everyone's health care over there, and they don't want a bigger bill. That's why. So they say, wait a second. You're poisoning us. You can't do that. We got to pay for this. It's crazy stuff, man. Okay. Very nice. Skills also knew about the red dye they removed recently for years because the cosmetic industry banned it. That's right. And that's not just Skittles. That's a lot of companies. It was a type of red dye. I don't think it's the red dye 40, right? Red dye something else. And not that I support the red dye 40 either, but it was a red dye that was known to cause brain problems in kids, and they just kept it in the food. And was it that it messed up kids? But they kept it out of the cosmetic industry because they knew how toxic it was. And they said, well, that's just for putting it on your skin. If you eat it, it's fine. It's fine. We have record rates of colon cancer on the rise in young Americans. We just can't figure it out. What could it be? What could it be? This. You should have the gum. Skittles are natural. Here's Punch Out. Okay. Here's Pow. Lovely. Here's Zelda. He's so cool. Here's Link. It's me, Mario. Boop, 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 boop. Punch Out, Punch Out, Punch Out, stinky, man. I don't care for those Punch Outs. Same with this Double Dash. I don't care for the Double Dash quite as much. Do you care for those as much? I mean, I think people do grade these, and I think there's somebody who's nostalgic for them, but I don't like them as much as the Mario and the Link. Ah, there we go. We got a hit. Super Mario. Boop, 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 boop. Nice. Nice looking card, man. Beautiful. Okay, here's Super Mario Brothers. Here's The Legend of Zelda. Red Dead 40 triggers migraines for me. If you look at the obesity chart, when they started adding high fructose corn syrup, it goes straight up. There's a reason Europe banned it. Here it is. I think it's a combination of technology, video games, TV. Netflix got really good. You know, entertainment got really good. We got air conditioning. We got the internet, right? When I was young, we all went outside and played because what else was there to do? So you went outside and you played in the sunlight. You got sunlight. And you played street hockey or you played football or frisbee or whatever it is you played. And that was hours of exercise. It was just hours of sweating. I remember it. You'd come inside, you'd kick your shoes off, and your legs were tired. And now you just don't do that. Now you turn on your Nintendo Switch 2 and you play Mario Kart and you drink a cup of Skittles or something. So it's just very different times in general. But that can't be good for us, you know. So we got to get everyone exercising and eating less maybe. But, you know, that's like a whole modern problem. But yeah, I mean, high fructose corn syrup is just in everything, isn't it? They just put sugar in everything because sugar is basically just like a dopamine rush in a sense, right? And we love dopamine. Dopamine's great. But there's got to be like some control over it. You know what I'm saying? Now we got like Ozempic. Hey, did you enjoy sugar too much? Here's Ozempic. Try Ozempic. It's bad for you. It's bad for you, but not as bad as the thing you're doing. It's really sad. All right. I like food myself. I'm a bit out of shape. Here's Mario. Ooh. I like that one. That's a good one. That's the best one right there. You did good with that one. I don't know if I want to sleeve every one of these up individually. It takes a while. I blame Obama. The Skittles drink is tasty. You turn on your Nintendo Switch 1, not 2. Zelda is trans? Did you see Jeff Dunham? He eats old incredible edibles on one video. High fructose corn syrup is in almost everything. Soda bread, candy ketchup, it scars your liver. Yeah, well, in general, too much glucose is bad for your liver in general, right? Yeah, people. I was listening to a liver doctor talk once about that. Actually, he was talking about how they're doing a lot of liver transplants not because of alcohol anymore, but because of sugar overuse. How crazy is that? There we go. The liver transplant list cannot handle all of the people who are getting on it because of failed liver from eating sugar, which I'd never heard of that before. And it showed up on TikTok, and I'm like, good, now another thing for me to be worried about. You know what I mean? Here we are. Fatty liver disease. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's called. It's called fatty liver disease. It's a disease you don't know you have it until your liver fails. How crazy is that? You don't know you have it until your liver fails. And then it's like, oh, did you know you had fatty liver disease? No. You do. It is, we've got Flareon. Because apparently sugar causes chronic inflammation of the liver. Wow. I did not know that. That was something I could have only learned on TikTok. A children's dancing app. All right, Jose Arredondo, Slab Away, 2 Ancient Origins, 1 spot on the gym break. Which gym break did you want? Which gym break were you talking about? Who wins 100 gorillas or 10 bags of Skittles? I have a bit of season 3. Ozempic, sure you might go blind, but it beats diet and exercise. Yeah. Yeah, you might have gastrointestinal paralysis, but at least you look thin. Booster pack. Okay, this one right here. You're jumping in on this gym break. And that's for Jose Arredondo. Let's go look for your card. We got one person in here if anyone else wants to join it. All right, there it is. But at least you look thin. It is. Mr. S Series 1 packs. What? There you go. Oh, you talking about Fortnite? Yeah, we got those good Fortnites, man. So if that was $30, 110 minus 30 is $80, right? So you sent 80 for these two things. Let's grab this. Jose Arredondo on 5 and 6. And let me go set this up. Needs to get my glutes up so women stare at me while I'm in my Speedo. Oh, yeah. Women love looking at men's Speedo butts. Let's see. Slab away. That's their favorite thing. No. We don't want to get rid of this. Jose Arredondo, 2 packs. And so it would be what? 128 times 2? 256. Minus 80. So 80 is what you sent toward that. Minus 80. 176 remains. Boom. There it is. All right. That song plays too much, man. There it is. Look at these cute Pokemon. They're so cute. Natu. Venonat. Chop. I'm in for the 3rd gym battle loss. Oh my god, dude. No. Oh, Alexis is here. That's nice. Miss Alexis. What's this? When did he order this shipping, by the way? Jose Soto? I think I actually need to bring this down to Alexis. Oh, he ordered it yesterday night. Yeah, it needs to be brought down to her. Okay, so I could take a picture of this, but actually, you know, this card right here would look really nice in the live customs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the Poke Shuffle? $5 charge for a slab. Chance for a slab, right? So it's exactly what it describes. It's a $5 chance for a slab. Let's take a chunk of those cards. So you're buying these for $5 a piece, and you might pull this for $5. It's only a 1 penny card, but you bought it for $5. Ouch. However, if you keep going, you might run into this. Snorlax Old Maid 10. That's a PSA 10 Snorlax Old Maid card. That's probably worth, I don't know, maybe like 30, 40 bucks. So that's what it's all about. It's a break. But it happens instantly. You know your outcome right away. You know your outcome right away. TG01 Flareon. Surprised this guy's so cheap. Oh. Minus 10, right? Hey, what's up, Dylan Leaf Storm? It is. Any luck on a package updating or anything like that? I looked all around. I didn't see anything for you. So this leads me to believe that it has been shipped. But that's not 1,000% for sure, because usually it updates. But usually it updates at least to say that it made it to the post office, but it didn't say that for your package. But I don't think that means it's necessarily missing or anything. Maybe the post office just didn't scan it at the door. There it is. We were looking into that for years, right? Watching that one carefully. Okay. No update yet. Haven't received it as of today. Could you again remind me what was in it? I'm trying to remember what was in it. Your stuff was actually pretty substantial, right? It was like a whole box of stuff. Let me ask Alexis if she remembers shipping in. Let's see. Dylan Chan, do you remember what was in it? Dylan Chan, it was a bunch of girl cards. All right, probably had like 7 Siggies and 3 Slabs. There it is. All right, I just texted her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I bet the mailman saw those girl cards and said, "Ooh, I want that." Alexis here is saying she does remember it. You can't hear it, but I'm tippity typing back here. I told her, good, probably just the tracking, just not updating. So she says she clearly remembers packaging your package. She says she's looking around to see if maybe the box was left downstairs. I didn't think of that. Well, I looked around for it if it was in the unboxed version. So she's saying maybe she could have boxed it up and set the box down somewhere. So she'll look. I'll check the receiving area too to see if that's possible, but that's highly, highly unlikely because I go to the receiving area all the time, so I doubt it would be there. Yeah, it's just odd that the tracking didn't update. For that one in particular, the way it didn't update, I don't like the way that looked. I'm gonna take a picture of this too, by the way. Give me a minute. Boop. All right, we got a nice little picture going. Some nice slabs there. Thanks for looking. Yeah, so she actually remembers packaging it up, so that's a good sign. It's very likely on the way then, unless she finds it. So here's what could happen. Maybe she packed it up, slapped a label on it, the box is sealed, and then she just sets it on a shelf and never takes it to me to be given to the mailman. So that's possible, but I didn't see anything like that laying around. If it's a larger box, you would just run into it. I feel like running over to the receiving area and looking over there real fast, because I wonder if she could have set it somewhere and it like tipped over or something like that. Maybe if Mr. Snowrun sold. Snowrun? Wait a second, which one's that? Did I just post that? Hold on, give me a second. All Slabs June. Okay, the Snowrun sold. Okay. We gotta make sure you get your cards. Good. Read my message, please. The 6. Oh! Me and AOVIC are having the same problem with shipping we posted in Show and Tell. Okay, let me take a quick look at that. Show and Tell in our Discord server. Latest update. Well, see, yours says accepted at the USPS facility. But his doesn't even say that. His doesn't even say accepted at the USPS facility. I looked at those messages. I saw a lot on eBay. I'm having the same thing. Initial scan at my local office, then nothing until delivery. I'd normally be chill about it, but it's been over a week. Well, there could be an explanation why they're not scanning it. Maybe they're not scanning it because it's actually delayed. So that could be it too. But it looks like other packages are arriving safely. Let me go ahead and set this to the side. Also, I'm going to check the receiving area real fast. Also, I'm going to give this package to Alexis. She needs this. Okay, I'll be right back. Yes, let me hand this off to Alexis real fast. There we go. All right. So I looked around too. I didn't see it down there, and I didn't see it in the receiving area. That really implies it went out. Whew. All right. Mister gonna have a lot of order fixing to do. Okay, so catching my breath there. Let's see what the next order is. Let's see. We have William Wafter. 2 packs Chinese Gem 2. Yes. Let's see. Gem 2. Oops. Troy saw how deep I went with the Magic Grills box. Haha. I'm only in Ohio. I normally get packages in like 3 days for Mr. That's not good. My guess is maybe they weren't scanned because they were delayed or something. Maybe they're having problems with staffing. Who knows? A whole bunch of other packages from that time period have arrived to people, so it's a bit of an odd one. It is. All right, and here's Sylveon. Just want to make sure the mailman hasn't taken my waifus. Here we are. William Wafter. I assume they have not done that. It would be nice if they had just updated the tracking, then we would just know. This very nice. Okay, William Wafter. Here, let's take a look into that tracking after all. Let's see. Zach was saying that it was happening to him too, right? Is that what he was saying? I sell a lot on eBay, and I've been seeing the same thing. Initial scan at my local office, and then nothing until delivery. I should have a sealed box in that package. There you are. You should have a sealed box in that package. All right, let's just see. Oops. So that's international. That one makes sense. We have the oldest one is a Jesse Salinas package and a Matthew Lassing. And then there's a bunch of delivered ones. Then a Jonathan Gonzalez Pagunas. I saw this like this yesterday. Here's the Alicia Brown one. If I were to show you guys the actual shipping, you would see that some are still in transit, but you'd see a whole bunch of them are delivered. I could probably tilt the camera over. I don't know if the tracking number would matter here. The tracking doesn't reveal anything, right? So let's see. So I'm going to show you on screen. Here goes. All right. So over here you can see in transit, in transit, in transit. But all these say delivered, delivered, delivered. So the cards go out in batches. If there was a real problem, why would these be delivered? So it wouldn't make sense for one or two to just not be delivered. My bet is there's some sort of weird delay going on. That's my bet. There's some sort of weird delay. And as a result of the delay, they're not scanning packages properly. And packages are showing up late. So that's probably the explanation. All right. USPS has a bunch of new hires. I just want my stuff. Yeah, I don't blame you for that. But if USPS is slow, that's their fault, not my fault. But I only say that because I once got in a fight with the guy on eBay who was all mad at me because his package was taking too long. I was like, what do I have to do with that? That's USPS's fault. I showed him I shipped it the same day. And he's like, yeah, well, he like wanted his money back from me. I was like, what am I going to do about it? If PSA has some sort of problem, I can't control that. Oscar Ascendez, Lucario Battle. You got it. Okay, so there's 2 gym breaks. There's 2 gym breaks available. Nintendo Game Break and the Lucario Gym Break. They did that to the last games I ordered. Oh, man, that's the worst, man. It's Trump's fault. Maybe. You never know. They might be defunding our post office. Here it is. Republicans are always saying they're going to do that. Here it is. They're always saying, oh, the post office should be privatized. It is Oscar Ascendez. Okay. I filled the Mario Gym Battle. Okay, Mario Gym Battle's over, everybody. Whoa, I'm going to knock this over. But yeah, so, you know, when we look at the tracking numbers, it says a bunch of them were delivered. So to me, that sort of suggests that they're just very slow right now for some reason. And there is some sort of problem where they're not scanning packages at all. So I don't like that any more than you do. I just don't have a lot of control over it. Okay, there it is. Joey Albrecht, 120 towards my slab. Heck yeah, dude. Okay, slab away. And let's get this. The Dylan Chan one bothers me, though. You know why that one bothers me? Because it doesn't even say it arrived at the post office, which would suggest they didn't even scan it when they picked it up. I don't like that at all. That doesn't sound right, but I guess it's possible, right? It's possible. Like maybe they're supposed to scan it there, and then maybe also, so if he skipped it, maybe the people at the post office also skipped it. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. All right, so Dark Charizard's been updated. I'm going to keep an eye on that one because I don't like that one. If that one actually makes it to him, because I think it will, but if that one makes it to him, we're going to remember that one because normally it gets scanned when they pick it up. I don't know. Maybe it was like raining. We've had some nasty rain out here. Alexis did not find the box for Dylan Chan downstairs, but she remembers packing him. And then I didn't see the package upstairs either. I didn't see the package upstairs. Ready? I'll keep you posted. That's how I feel about FedEx. I have a $1,900 package waiting for its label at FedEx. It's been 30 days now. Yeah, my tracking says still near you. I don't like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here it is. Maybe I should go to the post office and ask them if they have any of my packages still there or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if there's possible anything at all has happened. Maybe I'd go there and ask. Of course, they would know how to return it, wouldn't they? They'd know how to return it. Ready? Here goes. Pokey Shuffle. Reshiram. Ta-da! Why won't Trump deploy the Marines to stop the scalpers? Yeah. Thank you, Donald Trump. He saved America. Here we go. He's sending them in for the wrong reasons. Reshiram. Trump, let's talk about what's really a problem in America. The Pokemon scalping. Reshiram. Okay. Is it this one? Oh my gosh. You did get a slab, but it's pretty much a cold round. One more time, Joseph. You are on a cold streak on those Pokey Shuffles for some reason. I am so sorry, dude. You pick up this Reshiram, but it's only a $20 card. Oof. I'm sorry, man. That's supposed to be one of those pulls in the box that are just sort of like, meh. And you hope to get it out for $5. I mean, for $5, it's kind of a nice card. I'm about to fly over and ask them myself. Rehabilitation after another long day. I'll keep you posted. I saw the thumbnail, Mister. You got Manga Nami? We do for a future break. But right now we have the OP11 manga break, and then after that we're gonna have the Blackbeard manga break. After that, so 2 breaks later, we might be doing Nami again. So Final Fantasy Legacy Collection. Let's go grab that. The Legacy Collection. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Final Fantasy Legacy Collection. If you guys are hyped for the new Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering set, you should be opening some of these Final Fantasy sets actually printed by Final Fantasy. This is their card collection that they print. And it's a very nice quality card stock. Some great images, some great artworks, and I believe there's even some high-end cards to pull out of here, like signatures or something, right? Let's see, we got Ramza. This, Mr. What are you doing with the Nami manga? Eventually breaking it. Eventually doing a break. Here's Ranpair. Here's Godot. What? Boop. And here's Glaciella, Wazette, Glaciella. There you go. Mr. Not bringing the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy set. Need to pull the golden chicken on stream. True. By the way, LaFlame, do you want me to just go ahead and ship out your stuff? Or do you want to wait until I got those last bags checked? We are. You paid for shipping like a week ago. I just haven't done yours. I feel bad about it. But I was thinking about that this morning because I had some time to work on it. And I was thinking, should I finish the pre-grades or should I get as much as I can shipped out instead? See, Joey Albrecht. Going to be over here. Grabbing this. Yeah, I can wait. Okay, so we get the rest of those pre-grades done because I think there's just 2 large bags left. But it's just 2 bags. We're done with like 90% of it. And then we can show that off and you can make some thoughts about PSA grading on some of those. There we go. Very nice. All right. Good. Let's get a rotation here. Slow, bro. 200, cheap and affordable. $230. Here's EV9. Here's this girl, $45. Here's Kabutops, PSA 9. And here is Charmander. So, that's done. How about David Moraes, who wants Mario Gym Battle? Here it is, David Moraes. Jose Arredondo on the left. David Moraes on the right. I don't know if the left-right stuff really matters that much. Do you think it matters that much? There it is. David Moraes. I don't remember which deck we used last. Let's use the D2 deck. Be sure to donate some cards to the D2 deck so that we fill it out, guys. You can donate your junk cards you don't want, holographics. You can donate nice cards that are off-center that you know you won't grade. Here it is. The only rule is it has to be modern. You can donate fancy hollow energies. You can donate trainer cards that you think would be fun for the deck. This deck gets to be controlled by you guys, and it's a nice thing because it will also affect how fun this is to watch. Okay, you ready? First win badly needed. Oh yeah, you're down 2. Oh my gosh. This guy's down a bunch as well. Look, he's 3 and 7. He's actually more negative than you. So one of you guys is going to win. You're both in the red. So you're going to lose David Moraes because he just got computer search. You're going to pull Togekiss, and now he's going to pull something for computer search. Lugia it is. So Lugia's out, and Lugia defeats Togekiss. All right, Jose Arredondo, congratulations. Computer search is sort of like the strongest card in the deck. It allows you to search the deck for Pokemon of your choice. So if your opponent pulls computer search, the round's basically over. The only way to beat computer search is if you've already pulled the top card in the deck. That's the only way to beat it. Okay, you ready? Round number 2. Ceruluge, 140. Okay, 140 is beatable, David. You ready? Ah, there it is, Gyarados. So it's a tied game now. So 1-1. Come on, first win badly needed. Last round. Oh, he's got to switch. Switch is a big advantage for your opponent. I don't know what to say, David. This guy just got the better pulls. Oh, but you've got Clamperl. You lost anyways. Nah, the Pokegods wanted him to win, man. Okay. All right, there's Zamazenta. He doesn't even need the switch. You pulled Clamperl. Clamperl has ended so many people's pull for the gym break. Look at that. So many people's Poke battle for the gym break. Man, Clamperl. So that's by the way, whose Clamperl is that? So you write their name down for fun. Oscar Resendez. He put the Clamperl in there, and this Clamperl has been such a consequential pull for so many people. I get Clamperl 3 times. I'm pretty sure Jose Arredondo probably has too, man. I'm sorry, David. Yeah, but if you look, this guy actually went more negative than you, so he knows exactly what you're feeling. And now look at he's up by 1 now. So it could definitely change. It's just a matter of large numbers. Like if you were to do this 1,000 more times, I'm sure it would look a lot more average. All right. So that is for Jose Arredondo, is that right? I wasn't even looking at his name, was I? Yes, Jose Arredondo. Congratulations, Mr. Jose Arredondo. Down with the Clamperl. Clamperl is tough as nails, man. You don't mess with Clamperl. Clamperl messes with you. But you guys, if you have a cool Pokemon card that you opened, out of a deck or something, and you're not going to grade it, you can donate it to that gym deck, and we'll put your name on it, and it'll be a cute thing. That's why we have that deck. So far, those are all donations. I wanted a red face anyways. No! So, let me go get another one of these. So the 8s cost a little more, is that right? I'm back. That's another wax pack. This wax pack's graded really high. It's actually graded a 9. Peach 9. Up on the table. It's going to be $34, 1 and 2. It's actually cheaper. I'm actually lowering the price. So that's the next one. Very good. Do you still have a bag with my name on it with a few one-piece cards in it? Potentially. If you haven't shipped it. Chloe. Chevy McCauley. Here it is. Like this. So I think you're talking about this, right? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, excuse me. Now we have Ivan Rodriguez, Snow Run. You got it. Okay, Ivan Rodriguez. I donate them to any active buyer or you. Oh, you're donating it. Sounds good. Let's see what was in there. So you had a couple... okay, so I know who likes these. 6 likes these. So if you're donating these... we might as well give it to 6. Better plug my phone in here. This is my one chance to charge my phone. So today I might go mushroom hunting again. Are you guys going to come with me if I go mushroom hunting? There you go. I do, says 6. 6 was like, I don't mind some free ones. All right, here we have Android 17 and 18. These are really not super easy to sell. We do not have a large we do not have a large Dragon Ball community that I know of. Okay. This shall be $20. It's pretty cheap. I mean, that's a really cheap 10, in fact. That's 20. So at least the price is fitting. Okay. This one's a little bit nicer. This is Son Goku. This one's called Son Goku 015. And he is $30. We'll make him $29. We really want these to sell and not be stuck. So we're going to say 29. Okay. And here we have a Disney Mandalorian. Ooh. That's all I was here for. Good hunting. Is Mandalorian 025. Okay. He's not that expensive. I'll pause this. What was your first encounter with trolls doing YouTube, and how did you feel with them? That's a great question. That would have been more on the other channel, The Gameconomist. That would have been on my first YouTube channel, The Gameconomist. And back then, I was pretty new at it. Oops. Sorry about that. Hold on. Let's see. All right. So, yeah, that was a long time ago. And I was running my other YouTube channel, The Gameconomist. That channel has 130,000 subscribers, but it's a dead channel because I never post over there anymore. Let's see. I don't remember. I don't remember it very clearly. It was just so long ago. It was 24. Sticks. I do remember. I had some people who were real. There were some people on a website called Game FAQs. You've ever heard that website? Back in the day, you used that website before you used YouTube to figure out how to win at a video game. So YouTube wasn't quite as popular and organized yet. And if you're playing a game like Pokemon Ruby or something like that, you would go over there to learn where all the items were, because people weren't making perfect guides on YouTube yet. It wasn't known. And Game FAQs, I got in a lot of trouble over there with people who I would disagree with over certain builds for Monster Hunter World. Like we would disagree about the optimal way to play the game, and they were so brutal about it. I was surprised how personal they took everything. And I kind of figured out they really didn't like that I was succeeding on YouTube. They had these guys, these really smarmy guys, and they're like, well, we're veterans of the game, so you should shut up and listen to us on how the game should be played. And I was like, I just disagree. I think the game should be played this way. We were talking about how to optimize builds, right? Min-max, all that crap. And it's not like I hadn't been playing games my whole life. I'd been playing games like 8 hours a day my whole life. I just didn't agree with them. And they were so angry and mad about this, I noted that they started kind of copying my videos a little bit and making their own videos on YouTube to prove how wrong I was. So I was really surprised at the amount of effort they went through to kind of prove how bad I was. And in the end, it didn't matter. I ended up, like, they were super, super angry with me. And then my channel just suddenly exploded. And there were even some conversations amongst them about how YouTube is no good at picking the right person to make famous or something like that. And I was like, what are you talking about? I worked really hard on this, and I think I'm right about it. You know what I mean? So I received a lot of, it was maybe more stressful back then, because I was never really intending to do YouTube as a career. Up to this point in life, I was very much to myself, like an introvert. I was very quiet, like I talked a lot, but I wasn't like a loud person. I didn't like to instigate. I didn't like to do that kind of stuff. That just wasn't me. I'm sort of a quiet, do things in the background kind of person. And I wanted a job in computer science, by the way. So I had my software engineer degree. And man, it was just kind of a lot. And it wasn't so bad, though. I mean, if your channel's blowing up, you're just sort of going like, I must be doing something right. You know what I mean? So you just kind of go, well, it's not a big deal. You just sort of deal with it because you're happy that your channel's doing well. Yeah. I didn't feel like I was oppressed. When your channel's doing well, it's not so bad. I like Cheap Planet. I remember those guides. Wow, you probably would have had close to 1 million on your game channel and become famous to the point where you probably wouldn't be doing this channel. Then we would buy your merch. So with the TheCardconomist channel, that channel was really built around a single game, and it was Monster Hunter. People were there because I wrote really good Monster Hunter guides. But the Monster Hunter community was kind of declining because the game world had been out for a while, and it was getting kind of stale. People were kind of tired of it. The last DLC came out, and then Monster Hunter Rise came out. That one just wasn't popular. Nobody really liked it. It didn't get the views. You could see on Twitch it wasn't getting the views. And you could write a guide, but it was kind of a simpler game in some ways, and everyone was so educated from World that you almost didn't need guides. So, I was playing it, and I was getting bored anyways. I was kind of getting bored of playing it. You could see a gradual decline in views, and this is because people just weren't playing the game. They were moving on to other games. And so at the time, I was also getting into Pokemon because I have such a great passion for like investing. So I was getting into Pokemon with the intention to invest in collectible cards. And that just started growing really fast. Now, I never really got the subscribes for the Pokemon card channel. The subscribes were always really slow, but there was something else going on, sales. And the sales were insanity. And I was inventing sort of like a thing that no one else was doing. It was called a Rip and Ship channel, and there was nobody on YouTube doing it at all. I was the first person. And it just started growing really fast. All of a sudden, I had like $1 million in sales. And that's not an exaggeration. The first year was like $1 million. And I was like, what the fuck? So I look at my wife, I'm like, we did it. We're successful. And yeah, it was just this tremendous success, like overnight. And so the gaming channel, which was making probably like 70, 80 that year, it was making like 70, 80,000 because views had declined a little bit. I could either I could double down on that channel on video game playing, trying to move my audience into a new game, become like a multi-game streamer, or I could focus really hard on this declining game Monster Hunter, where people are playing it less and less, or I could go the other direction and just embrace Pokemon cards. Which I was having way more fun with the Pokemon cards because I was a rabid collector as a kid. That's actually why I have so many cards, because I'm still really like that personality type. And that became what we're doing now. We're almost at 100,000 all over again. So, but you're right. In theory, maybe the gaming channel, if it never lost momentum, maybe the gaming channel would be up to 300,000 subscribers. Who knows? Maybe because of Monster Hunter Wilds, I would have received like this big boost in subscribers the last year. But you look at Wilds, and I don't even think Wilds did that well. I don't think Wilds got the attention that World got. And everyone's too smart at the game and educated already. There's not many videos to make anymore that somebody isn't already pumping out. So I think jumping from gaming into the world of Pokemon card collecting was actually a very big deal and massive success for me that could never be matched by simply playing video games. Plus, this is way more complicated. This deals in real money, so it's a lot more complicated. I like this better. All right, so that's a little story. How did you like that? Here's JCL Lopez. This is for the Erica card slab. Erica card slab. Okay, Erica, huh? Where's that going to be? I know what you're talking about. I just don't know where it was on the table. I got into Pokemon at one of the best times to be in Pokemon, just before the boom. And lucky for me, I was buying up tons of it before the boom. If I could have gotten into it sooner, that would have been even better. But I got into it at the right time, and I started doing something with it that I always wanted to do. The selling cards live was something I wanted to do because of my experiences at home selling hardwood for my family business, where my dad was selling these cuts of wood from like Mexico and Japan and China and all these places. And we sold those on eBay. And I went through a lot of trials doing that and came up with this theory that you should sell wood on a wood turning forum because it's a different method of distribution. So I had this idea that you could sell items in odd distribution patterns. So that was what I was thinking about at the time. So as I got older and I was selling things on eBay to get through college, I was actually telling Karis this. I was saying we should start a YouTube channel so that we don't have to sell on eBay. We can sell on YouTube. So eventually when we got into cards and I had this following, I'm like, I should sell cards on YouTube. That was the line of thinking. All right, for Mr. Zachary. 700 Marines deployed. What? Yeah, they mentioned that earlier. Oh, this is going to be so exciting. Gets popcorn. All right, plus 132. This is going to be 159. 159. There it is. Do you have any pointers and tips on people that want to do Pokemon card openings for fun, not as a rip and ship, but just doing rip and showing off cards? Sure, I mean, just create a YouTube channel or wherever you want to post it and have a very good income. Make sure that you have a very good job because Pokemon is all about money, basically. You can't open a lot of cards unless you can pay crazy high prices. So like PokeRev, he's just going to make better content than you all the time because he's got a lot of vintage. Same with like Leonhard or anyone else. So if you want to be able to do it at their level, you better be able to buy a vintage booster box or like vintage booster packs all day long. And those cost like 500 or more nowadays. So you better have tons of money to buy those vintage packs up. The truth is, when guys like Leonhard and PokeRev were building their YouTube channels, it was pretty easy to do because those packs cost nothing back then. If you want to build the same channel as PokeRev, you need to post the same videos with similar tags and keywords. You can't do it because you can't afford it. And he already did it when it was cheap, and he has all the money now. So they've got this sort of monopoly on it. You're not going to be able to break into it. You can try, though. What I would focus on is just finding cool stuff to do, and that takes a real knowledge and passion on the hobby. And so you could look for like a price optimization. Think of it like price per view. See? So your brain can begin to optimize and create systems around it. Price per view. So what is the cheapest thing bringing in lots of views? And then just make a video on that. And so, you can think that way. I don't know if it'll help you break into the hobby as there is a gazillion people that want to make the same content and they want to share their passion. But I think you should at least try. And you will know if you're meant to do it, YouTube, if you enjoy editing, if you enjoy writing, if you enjoy storytelling, you're skilled in talking, communication, you love art. So, you'll know you're meant to do it if you love to create stuff. And it's a sort of, it's definitely a personality type. It's not for everyone, I would say. Some people are better at more like doing things, you know what I mean? Like maybe like driving a construction vehicle or maybe like something abstract and dry like math or engineering. Some people are maybe better at, maybe like selling, like I have a skill in selling. That's not a YouTube skill. It happens to pair with YouTube this time, but that's not a YouTube skill. YouTube's all about communication and art. All right. So let's see. JCL is done. Luke Laurie, 45 to Cyber away. Let's start there, Luke. Mr. Luke, if you're good at sales, you'll be rich, man. You can sell cars. You can sell homes. You can sell products. You can sell business to business. Salespeople are needed everywhere. Salespeople are needed everywhere. So if you think you have a talent in talking and convincing people of things, go into sales. Don't be shy about it. Go straight into sales and go get rich, man, because sales is probably one of the best jobs in the world. You would think like doctor and lawyer. A good salesman will be wealthier than a doctor and a lawyer because it's the best job. Being able to sell stuff is a very powerful thing. So that's Luke Laurie going up to 150. That's what's left. And now we need 6 Korean Nikkes. I don't feel like they tell you that enough in school, that sales is actually a really big deal. Because everything in this world needs to be sold, And if you're taking a percentage of the sale, you're going to get rich. So car salesman's a big deal. It's a good paying job. Car dealers make millions and millions of dollars. Do I need to open a new box for you is my question. Looks like I do. Oh, nope, here we are. Found it. Haha. If you're really, really good at sales and you have some decent organizational skills, you move on to opening a business. And then you get very, very wealthy if you have success there. Businesses are a great way to get wealthy. That should be your biggest goal, really, is to run a business. Forget about being a YouTuber for a minute. I mean, if you are a business, you'll probably use YouTube to some degree, right? Businesses all advertise on social media. But being in a business is way better, dude. Are you passionate about cards? Go start up your own card brand. You know, hire a bunch of artists, hire a planner, hire a developer, get it all printed up, hire a printing company, you know, that kind of stuff. So there's so many different things you could do. In the Pokemon hobby, I would say there's probably a lot of work out there for somebody that wants to help other people sell their cards, because that's in high demand. It's a great service. Everyone needs it. Everyone, you know, and unless you love selling things on eBay yourself, which some people do, but not everyone does. But a lot of people now own cards. Think about it. They all own them. And so now they need to get rid of them sometimes. Maybe they have the bill. Maybe they want to buy their girlfriend a present. Maybe their mom got cancer. Maybe they want to move to a new home. Maybe they're bored of the hobby. So being a card seller, like a consignor, I think there's still room for consignment. I think that the demand to help get your cards sold is going to be very high. And so, for example, like Z&G Emporium, he's doing that right now. He's very lucky for having done it at the time that he did, as soon as he did. So, because he's got sort of like, you know, enough attention that he's having massive success. But I still think there's room for new consigners because, again, it's a lot of work, actually, to get cards sold. And you could try to work with your own inventory of cards to sell, but there's just as many other people out there who would be happy to have you just take a cut of their you know, card that they're liquidating. eBay takes a commission. eBay takes a 13% commission. The government takes a commission. They take some of your money as taxes. You know, but let's say, let's say you're really skilled and you open up like a commission. Let's say you're like a guy who goes to card shows. So you travel around America to card shows. You have a whole system. And you use social media to get people to mail their cards into you. And you don't do eBay. You do card shows. You commission the cards at the card shows. See? So there you go. Something like that. You know, it's just a different distribution vehicle again. Instead of trying to use Whatnot, or instead of trying to use eBay or YouTube, you're distributing at the card shows. And instead of using your own inventory, you're making maybe a little less money, but you're helping people sell their inventory because they want to get out or they want to convert their money into cash. So that's an example of like maybe thinking like a business model. Here it is. All right, so you also need 2 heat waves and 1 24 Topps Galaxy Chrome Pack. Oh, okay, I got you. I was making sure I read that right. So the heat waves, I think running a business or trying to become successful at something, it almost requires a good brain for exactly what I love to do, which is to look at the mechanics of something like a video game and say, how do we optimize this? What is the relationship between things? How do we get more efficiency and energy out of this? And so the more skilled you are in that regard, the more success you're going to have in life. You're going to make more money because you're just thinking straight. Okay, let's get that Topps Chrome Galaxy. Like, you don't have to do Pokemon cards at all. You can do all kinds of stuff in this world. It is. All right. So it could be the case that I have a little bit of a business brain, and that helps me along in life. If you don't have a business brain, you need to pair up with someone who does, because you might have a great brain for something else, like hospitality. You might have a great brain for law or medicine. You might have a great brain for, but that's what you're always doing, by the way. Anytime you get a job at a company, what you're really doing is you're bringing your talents to a guy whose talent is operating a business. The CEO's talent is business operations. Your talent, ooh, look at that drawing, dude. 1 pack of the Star Wars Chrome and already a special card pops out. Look at this. Now this guy, he's part of the crew at the Jabba the Hutt, right? Let's see. Authentic Star Wars card. Oscar Chavez. Who's this guy again? I don't remember this guy. I know he looks familiar. Would you match eBay on the Sneasel? I might. Is it a bit cheaper on eBay? How's the Q? Squidward. He looks like Squidward knows. Now, he's part of like the band somewhere, either in Tatooine or he's part of the band at Jabba the Hutt's place, right? Blue piano thing. Yeah, he's got a piano in front of him. Blue piano thing. There it is. I'd be like Nicolas Cage and be a salesman to the Lord of Wars. Now I just need to find some weapons and missiles to sell. Well, that's an example of a guy who sells a very important product. And yeah, he's going to be paid outrageously well. Outrageously well. But here's a great example of a good salesman. So you could get a job selling software. Let's say you work for a business that is producing a type of software. Maybe it's an AI solutions software company. And their AI solution involves... so they sell maybe like custom software to various businesses in order to optimize their, maybe like their day-to-day prices to remain competitive with their competitors. So your company makes software that tells you to change the price on your goods so that you remain a penny beneath the price of your competitor all the time. And your company's working, it's a tailor-made software that works just for the company you're selling it to. Now you're the salesman, you walk in, hey, TJ Maxx, you guys want to sell more stuff, don't you? Yeah. Well, we got this software that plugs into your database of inventory and says what your competitor is doing with that exact price in real time because the AI checks it in real time. And so we're going to plug you up with that. We're going to tailor write that software just for you. Then you're going to talk them into that. Now, this is how it's going to sell. So that's the salesman's job, is to communicate the value of what they're buying. You say, this software is going to cost you $10 million, but it's going to earn you $100 million. Times 10 on your investment. So that's your job as a salesman, is to, convey the value, help people understand what the value is, why they would bother with that purchase. And so that's why salesmen they're very important, Salesmen, they're kind of like politicians and preachers. They're all kind of in a similar group, but they convey ideas and values. Luke Laurie, except they get paid well. No, politicians get paid well too when they do insider trading, so they can make good money too. And preachers, you just got to be a prosperity preacher. Yeah, the Lord says, donate more of that money, and then you'll live with diamonds in heaven. That's the prosperity preachers. Creepy. All right. That's an example of a salesman, though. You might have a different skill. Your skill might be totally different. It's always very important to find out what you do better than other people. It might not be YouTube. You might not make YouTube videos better than YouTubers. YouTubers might be better at YouTube than you. Just an inherent value they were born with, and you were born with a different value. So everyone would like to be a YouTuber because it looks very glamorous, especially if you're always talking to the guys who actually succeeded on YouTube. You don't talk to the guys who are struggling and failing on YouTube. It's not very common to do that, right? But YouTube looks very glamorous, but never forget this. If it pays less than you could get at a typical hourly job, shouldn't be doing it. And if you don't make enough money to cover your healthcare needs and buy a home and a car, don't do it. So that's why I'd say, because YouTube's hyper competitive, and it has to be clear that this is a thing you're doing better than other people. You come up with ideas fast. You like to talk. You like to write. You like to edit. You like to create a visual content that people get hooked on. You know what I mean? You like to communicate. So a lot of people, this is very common. A lot of people ask me, how do I get into YouTube? Should I do YouTube? And my answer is some people should do YouTube. People who have an inherent skill in entertaining and making content should do YouTube. It's a good career. But if you don't succeed at it, it's not a good career. It's going to waste a lot of your time, and you're going to be poor because YouTube does not pay well unless you really succeed. Okay, let's see. So now we've got an order from, how many bags do I have, says Luke? You got a couple, 1, 2. It looks like you have at least 2. If you're consignment business, how would you approach it for them to trust you? Well, so they use the word hustle, right? They use the word hustle. And very often this is because before you have the convenience of some sort of competitive advantage or positioning, you have to work really hard to try and make things happen. So like, let's say what you wanted to do was start up a property management business where you rent people's homes out for them and you get a cut of the income. That's the same thing as consignment, isn't it? That's property management. You have to go around convincing people, hey man, I got the industry experience. We just made our fresh website. You'll be our only customer, and we're going to give you so much attention. We're going to outperform these guys because you're my only customer. And not just that, we'll give you a bigger cut of the sales. So see property management company XYZ, well, they take 30% of the sales revenue from the renting. Well, I only take 15% and I work harder, and here's my cell phone. So you can contact me 24/7 and I'll fix any problem for you at your home. So that's what they mean when they say hustle, is you just put more hours in and you care about it more and you show that your customer service is stronger. And so you get your first client. A lot of people will turn you down because they'll say, no, you're just some unproven guy. But somebody's going to say, all right, let's give it a try. I'm looking to make some extra money. I don't want to have to give 30% to XYZ company. I'll give you 15% and you're claiming you'll do a good job. So that's what it's all about. It's about just trying harder than everyone else and then convincing somebody to give you a shot. Now, you can do that with consignment too. You can say, I'm consigning for such a small amount because I'm just getting started or something like that. But, you do a spiel similar to what I just did, and you might hook somebody, and then after that, the next guy you go to, you say, we've sold $5,000 of cards already. We're ready to take on our next client or something like that. You know what I mean? Team Rocket Grunt. Let me get one Destined Rivals. Also, yesterday sent you $40 for a spot into the Prismatic. Okay, let's take a quick look at that. Here it is. Yes, we are. We are running one. There's 3 spots left in the Prismatic SPC, everybody. Newsom suing Trump, but people should sue him for the fires. But so that's it. And notice how I was able to kind of word that stuff really well. That's my skill in being able to sell stuff. And that's a skill anyone could have. So you could go read books on how to sell stuff. But, I've just had experience over the years, I guess. But or you could hire salesmen to help you do that. You could hire somebody, literally say, here's some money. I worked really hard at this crappy job, washing dishes. Now I have a little bit of money. You're a salesman. I want you to help me pitch my brand new property management company. So please get out there and get me some sales. So, and then that guy gets hired on as a salesman. See, the CEO doesn't have to do the sales because he hired a salesman. Here it is, Team Rocket Grunt with 3 hollows. Thank you so much, man. And that's why I was saying you should be a salesman. Those guys get hired to do that kind of work, to talk people into buying stuff. Oop, you'll be in the TE box. Suing Trump for that FA problem. No way, bro. We are. Yeah, there's still... there's going to be some fun news coming out of California for a while, huh? Something to watch the news over. We are. All right, there we go. But there's a lot of skills in this world. There's a lot of skills. There's a lot of jobs. Your job is to kind of think about what you do best, better than other people, and then pursue a career that uses that skill that's very like a high in-demand, modern, best optimized outlook for that particular skill, Maybe your best skill is shooting people. Well, you should get into the military. And then you should analyze what's the best job in the military. You know what I mean? And get to work on pushing yourself into that position. You'll have competitors who try to beat you to that job. So it's all competitive, All right, so now we've got Ivan Rodriguez Dragon Ball. Ooh, I thought you might take that one. That was really cheap, wasn't it? 20 bucks for 10 is pretty good. All right. Ivan Rodriguez. All right. You might have a big passion for protecting people. That would make you a good firefighter or a cop. You might have a strong passion for cleaning stuff up. Maybe you like to see things get really clean. That could be like house cleanup. That could be yard work. That could be all kinds of stuff. Maybe tree removal. Who knows? So you like seeing trees get chopped down and nice clean yards now. You got to find out what it is your skill is and really leverage that skill to make as much money as possible. Ivan says Dragon Ball Z. Ooh. Oh, no, wait a second. I got to get he got to get paid for that. And, I remembered. And let's find the other one now. It is. All right, 29 and 20. Very nice. All right. I think for some people, they need help too. I think they need to be told what might suit them best, because maybe their skill is not in knowing what they should be doing. So I'm going to round this one up. It's 14.6, but I'm going to round this one up to 15, okay? So 15 plus 159. Next time I'll round down, okay? So let's just say 174. So some people out there have a skill in recognizing what you should be doing for work And then there's some people who lack that skill in knowing what they should be doing for work. And I think those people get involved in crime. Because if they can't find a suitable job, they get bored or frustrated, and they go, well, I'll just do anything that pays well. And very often that quickly turns into crime. It is $195. All right. So let's get your name on both of these. Very nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a Tammy slab up here now. You ready, guys? Tammy slab. We got Charmander, first edition. My slabs just left Japan, almost here. Nice. All right. So if people can't figure out how to unlock their talents and how to leverage their talents into a good paying job, and then they get tired of seeing everyone around them be higher up in the hierarchy, having a nice house, they can't stand not being able to pay for things like healthcare or a car or whatever it is they need, they go, you know what? It's time to do crime. But what they really needed was to figure out how to optimize their best talent and leverage that into the most productive possible work. Highly productive work pays more money. So if you're not very good at organizing your life, you'll be more tempted by crime. Did I read that right? This should be $35. All right. $35 it is. Tam. Ta-da! My best talent is work ethic. We are. Maybe you could call that like consistency. Yep, that's the price. Man, this card goes for so much as a 10. You'd think it'd go for more as a 9. Hey, it's Mr. JC. Can I get the Mandalorian 10? Yes, you can. Let's go find that Mandalorian card. There it is. Sales is just worth ethic and attitude. I think sales is more like communicating to people where they should be plugging their money so that they make a good decision. All right, let's see. Oh, no, wait, I don't need to price that. What I need to do is, there we go, get him his cut. So, plus 195, 212. 212. Charmander is sold. Yeah, that's a good one. I was actually surprised it was so cheap. There's Zach at 212. So I'm helping Mr. Zach right now with commission sales. And this is very useful for Zach because now he can focus his time on his job and I can focus my time on something I do very well, which is card sales. Here's NHCC, AVAX. Hold on. AVAX Pissing Jerry CGC9 for Nightbot giveaway because it looks funny, so why not? Oh, you'd like to get... Oh, you know what? He had me ship that. Oh, he should have kept it over here. It's a funny idea, NHCC, but he actually sold that to me, I think. Wait, not sold me, I'm sorry. Had me ship that. He didn't have me sell it. He had me ship it. Yeah, that one's sold. By the way, would you guys like me to rotate through some of the older commission slabs? We have a whole box of older commission slabs. I sold it for $30 on eBay, and it's not here yet. Oh! You gotta get it over there. 13? I thought it'd be here by now. Yeah, apparently there's some shipping delays going on. Maybe next time you could email me the label and have me print the label out. Have you thought of that, Aovic? Because that removes a layer of shipping, doesn't it? Think about it. So if you're having me ship it back to you, that's a layer of shipping. Whereas if you emailed me the label to put onto it, is that legal though? Does eBay allow that? That's like drop shipping, isn't it? I think that's like drop shipping. I don't know if eBay allows that. All right, let's see. So here is Pokemon Game First Edition Fire Energy. This one's Tammy's card. Tammy, did you get this from me like a long time ago? How did you get this, Tammy? Fire Energy. Oops. So this is from the base set booster pack. Pokemon base set. And there it is. It is a $20 card. Rainbow SpongeBob? No, I'm pretty sure they're all shipped. So this is 17. Tam. Mr. Julio Oliveira, the Toa Weiss Hololive Slab, purple-haired devil girl. Is that still up here? Let's see if that's still up here. Yes, it is. Here it is. Mr. Zach. My big brother G, you hear what you LA riots. Yeah, tell me, so if Trump sent in all those Marines over, that's definitely just going to trigger more riots, right? Is there anything crazy going on over there right now? Okay. So it's going to be rounded up to 37 this time, plus 212. 249. That's pretty good. Where are they going to sleep? I have no clue. I have no clue how that works. Sounds like something you could actually ask like ChatGPT. Here's Shirakami's Secret Base. Crown Pikachu Break. Jump in there and have a shot at one of the sexiest Scarlet Violet cards. Probably going to go up over time, that Pikachu. All of the alt-arts from the Scarlet Violet era will probably shoot up over time. Okay. OTA is doing it for the LA baseball game. All right. Here's Team Rocket Grunt. Another spot in the box battle. You got it. Another spot in the box battle. By the way, guys, did you know there's a prismatic box battle going on? Box break, whatever you want to call it. It is. This is for a whole sealed box of prismatic. You can tell me to leave it sealed. See, this guy, he said leave it sealed. So he's probably going to ship it out sealed. 6 spots are in. We just need 2 more people, and that's over. Okay, let's get some more cards up here. So that's Bellsprout from Zachary Stex. He most likely got that from me. Bellsprout Poker. Okay, so we've got one for $49.99. Okay. Stex. Okay. Here's a Machop. Where could that have come from? Pokemon Stadium Machop. You don't believe in the Pokemon Stadium cards? I like them. All right, let's just see. The cheapest poker Machop is $100. Okay, Mr. Stex. I'll do 3 Gym 2s. Is that cool? Yeah, we could do that for you. I don't mind that. Ooh, this one looks neat. PSA 9 Metagross. Clash Blue Sky. Which set is that? I know what set that is, right? It's one of those EX sets. So, this is going to say Metagross. Metagross. Clash. Let's see what that brings up. How about Clash first? There he is. And we want the cheapest one, of course. So he is $69. Super Premium Collection has 15 packs of Prismatic. Here's some Pokemon. Ivan Rodriguez says he'll take the Charmander. Okay, and this is a Tammy card. Aha, Tammy. Why does it say -3? So there's 32, -3. Do we need to get you a card that says 0 on it? Yeah, I see what's happened. I didn't want to write on that portion of the card. So -3, this is probably a 0, right? Can I join the box battle peeps? Can I do a spot in the SPC with credit? Yes. So Zach has gotten a spot in that break. Got you. You always find me here. By the way. Yes. So this is 35 times 0.7325. Do I need to apply the -3 to it? So, say it's 23. Guess I will, because I just trust myself to have kept a correct record on that. All right, so there it is. We rounded up for you on that one. Okay, now we have Ivan Rodriguez picking up that energy card. That's also a Tammy card, okay? From 17. If I buy the Charmander, will you crack and add it to the D2 deck? I could add it to the D1 deck, but the D2 deck is for strictly modern cards. You guys can add to the D1 deck if you want. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. $35 now. Okay. Oops. Don't fall over, please. Yeah, gee, the breaks here are one of a kind and fun. I always have to leave right in the middle. If I buy Charmander, very nice. Oh, too late. Do I finally get to watch a full break? Wait, what box? All right, so that's done. Victor Kokiko has taken the last spot in the SPC. So I helped Zach liquidate some of these slabs, and now he's allowed to take this money he's just earned from those and do something fun with it, like this. Let's see if you get very lucky, Zach, because if you pull it here, it's going to be a pretty huge thing. Zach and Kokiko. Okay, when you have a second, could you go back to the $46 Fubuki? I just want to see if it was Japanese. Fubuki. What's Fubuki? That's Suzu. Fubuki. This Shirokami. Here's a sexy card. You guys like sexy cards. I sold a lot of those in the day, back in the day. Okay. Must be over here, huh? Suzu again. I don't know what you're talking about. Is it already sold, maybe? Might already be sold or something. Okay. Did you get black and white? Sadly, I've not gotten black and white. I assume it's almost here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I should buy like a separate round of it from a separate seller just to be safe. It's Hololive. It's English. That's it. You had it. This one? Shirokami? Okay. So, let's grab this. Ta-da! Is there a star card in here? I think there is. Yes. Star card. The power of the star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, 8. What do you guys think would be the next fun box break? Okay, got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're good. No, it's a real pity I don't already have the black and white set. You'd think I would have had it like Friday even. Getting sets on time has been a real struggle for me. It's one of those reasons why I think I would be better off living in a major city next to like an airport. Because I live out in the middle of nowhere in Lake of the Ozarks, and we don't even have like any restaurants to eat at. We're very comfortable out here. I mean, the lake's beautiful. We get this gorgeous view from our back window, I mean. And it feels like home, but it's like, man, we need to be moving to a place that's more tax optimal, and the shipping times are shorter, and we'll have a lot of fun in those new places too. I live in Clearwater, Florida. All right, give me a number real fast. That's why everything's going up for sale, guys. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 of these. Okay, here we are. Team up. That's it. I'm selling all my team up. All right. Ivan with the fast thumbs. I'm trying to have moved to Florida. Give me a number. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, the guy who actually helped me with the flooding at my other lake house, he actually warned me that he's from Las Vegas and he moved out of it because it's too hot. It's kind of interesting. Here's Kokiko. Sorry, Kokiko. Here's James Hatcher. Sorry, James Hatcher. TRG. Oh, could that be it? Mr. TRG, Team Rocket Grunt. There it is. That must feel good. Victor. Sorry, Victor. So Victor had 2. Team Rocket Grunt had 2. Jack Woodworth had 1. Zach had 1. And DDB had 1. There we have it. That's the end of the booster box break. What kind of booster box you think we should do next, guys? Celebration box break. Okay, Celebration's an interesting one. Scratch my eye real fast. All right. Okay, tossing these. What box is it? Sent for the Fubu key. Fubu key. He sent for the Fubu key, but I don't know what the Fubu key is. Ugh. First edition Gym Heroes or Challenge. No. Well, we've got Ancient Origins running for that. That's the next vintage box break. It's a 10-year-old box. It's going up in price right now. I mean, what better time to open it than before it reaches, you know, the next price level, like $6,000 or $7,000. Some crazy number, because they do that. Those boxes do that. It's the Fox Girl's name. Is she the Fox Girl? This one doesn't say Fubuki. This one says Shirakami on it. So I don't know what I'm doing here. There it is. All right. I'll move this over here. And now we're opening this up, right, Team Rocket Grunt? Because I didn't see you say keep it sealed. Here it is. Ta-da! Beautiful. I was about to buy a spot in the fossil break, but then someone decided to buy almost half the dang box, lol. Dang, dude. That would have been cool having you in there, too. You know, it's crazy. The guy who did that, Brett, he'd been going really deep with me. And, but yeah, he pulled that Dragonite. It's so wild. What a lucky pull. I'd love it if he got a 10 on it. I feel like he's going to get a 9, but I wish he'd get a 10. Okay. What should the next box break be? What do you guys think? For this, by the way, box battle break. Box break battle. I spent so far 2K on slabs, I have to consolidate. Sure. Ready? Okay, I'm opening it up. He didn't say no. Open, open, open. Ah, okay, there we go. My music's paused. Let me get this unpaused. What time is it? 6:47? Oh, I didn't realize it was running so late. It's getting late. Yeah, we kind of started late, didn't we? We've been having these 3-hour daytime streams, which are awesome. But if I'm going to do those, I got to start them in time. I got to start them at like 3:30. I'm going to go out and go mushroom hunting with Karis today. Try to get more of those mushrooms. All right, so there's that. Forgot this box is easier to actually grab the stuff out of. All right, so you got all this other stuff in here. You've got this guy here. And I assume you want all this. You don't want to donate it. Don't rip. That's going to be a $100 SPC in 10 years. $1,000 SPC. It'll be worth thousands. Well, the only reason that an SPC could be worth thousands is if it's worth opening. Woo, mushy are fun. All right. Ooh. Send the mushrooms you get into Discord. We're going to eat all the bright red ones. I hear those have the best flavor. Just give me the 13 in-store credit for now. Yes, okay, store credit. You got it. I think I did that. Oh, right, you were saying we should open some Gem 2s. Now you're saying, maybe some store credit. I said for grading the Lapras. Nice. All right, for grading the Lapras. How do we do this? So I think what we do is we take a team, rocket, grunt. Mr. Eating Funny Fungus. I could get sick. You never know. If you see purple mushrooms, don't think of me. Okay, let's put this here. No, that's not enough. That's not going to hold it. Got to use a big thing. It's okay since you're dipping soon. I could be dipping. Don't mind me, just dipping. Yeah, I want to dip and go watch some good Riot videos. All right, so time to pull Crombrion. Hell yeah, dude. Okay. I had a neighbor one time, and apparently he had an eye that got all messed up because he ate bad mushrooms. The police were at his house. There was some kind of emergency, and then he had like a lazy eye from then on. No idea. It must have done like brain damage or something. Who knows? It was a younger guy, so wonder if he was eating them or smoking them. Who knows? But he damaged his eye real bad. Sniff this. Mr. So White. What? What does that mean? Because I'm going after mushrooms? You should pick up smoking cigarettes while opening packs. No one does it, and you'll have a cool, foggy room. No. No, no, no. Karis and I are about to spend, might be upwards of $6,000 de-smoking a house that somebody rented from us for a while. And that person was a heavy smoker, and they ruined the home by smoking. Just by smoking. What? He just pulled an Iron Crown English. I wasn't even paying attention. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful, man. If only this was Crombrion. Well, maybe you still have a shot. I don't know. Let's see if he still has a shot. SIR just got pulled, guys. Here's our Rayfort. Our luck's turning around. My dude went so high he got cross-eyed. Maybe, who knows? But I was told it because he ate a poison mushroom. This. Okay. Nah, well, that too. Pay attention. You pay attention. Here's an Umbreon. Here's an Eevee. Whee. Scoopy doopy doo doopy doo. Oh, Bun Eerie. It's Bun Eerie. You could always pull Master Ball Umbreon up next too. Cold. But do. Techno Radar. Here's Dunsparce. Goldeen. All right. Scooby doopy doopy, oh poopy poopy poo. Reggie Gigas. Whoa! Look at that. That's so nice. Here's some more holos. And Archulodon. Very nice. One SAR Cobalion coming out for you. Is that Cobalion? Nothing too wild. There you go. That's not so bad. You did very well, in fact. Let's go grab your bag. Man, Prismatic is so trash. What? What are you talking about? Ooh, beautiful. All right. You watch your mouth. Fam, where are you in stream today? He got all that for $40. He did pretty good, actually. Now, no more orders, guys. No more orders. We're going to get this real fast. Okay. Many of these holographic cards are being sent off to grade. It's really nice. Mr. LaFlame, cross your fingers on a 10. You just never know. That card gets a 10. It's worth a lot of money. Okay. So we did this Victor order. We did the LaFlame order. Now we've got Julio Oliveira for the Fubuki. For the Fubuki. Surprisingly, these Zach cards are selling. I didn't think this would sell, Zach. Okay, and that leaves you with, oops, I did that wrong, hold on. Plus 209, 242. All right. Oh, write the wrong name on the back. That's okay. Because it was formerly his slab. All right, good. Now, it's 6:55 p.m. Perfect time to wrap up. We still have some slabs. We actually have a lot of slabs still from Tammy and Zach. Lots of Tammy slabs to price up tonight, so please show up for the nighttime stream. You don't want to miss some of these great deals. Tammy's going to have some cards up here that I really don't sell myself very often. If we don't have black and white, we don't have black and white. It's going to suck. What else is going on? I don't think I have anything else that's new. So we just have the same old, same old. But I guess what we'll do is we'll put extra focus into getting some great gym breaks up there. And because we had some gym breaks end. And we'll make sure the gym breaks are extra spicy if we don't have a new set in. We have the new Ancient Origins set. And we're just getting ready to send these things out to PSA. All right. So I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go for a big... Oh, wait. What's Anthony Kalura asking? Let's see what he's asking. He's asking for 4 gem boxes, no bulk. 4 gem boxes. I wonder if I could open that in time. Can you show the breaks before you go? Yeah, let's show off the breaks real fast. Gold Star Greninja. This is a gem break for Lucario. It's got 1 spot left. This is a waifu break. Here we are. So there's the waifu break. Here's Eevee, and we've got the Mega Break, and we have this Lightning Break. Oh, also there's this Moon Break. It is Charizard. All right. Whew. Very nice. Cribrion, unless the pack looked great and you wanted to grade it. Oh, and we need a new box break, don't we? We need a new box break. So those are all the breaks. By the way, this is the Ancient Origin box break. It's the new vintage box break. It's from 2015. It's technically pretty old. There's the Mega Sublist, Call a Legend Sublist, Call a Legend Sublist, pre-sale scoreboard. And you got plenty of money, I believe, Mr. Anthony Kalura, because you sold me that poker deck, right? That's what it was. Here it is. The poker deck that didn't have Charizard in it. So sad. So you got quite a bit. So you got plenty to play around with. It is. Where's the super fast-moving Pikachu break? Here he is, the super fast-moving Pikachu break. He's up to 5 out of 29. I'm sure he will one day finish. He would take time. He's at this point of 5, right? Wait till he hits like 20 spots deep. He'll move. But people don't want to jump into him right now. And it's kind of silly because everyone voted on him. He was the majority vote. I don't know if I'll take votes next time because I don't know. People who are... I think there's two things going on. Part of it's price. People figure out the price after they've chosen. So maybe I need to price them before they've chosen. And the other thing is, maybe the audience votes, but they don't buy. They just vote because they're like, oh, I like the Pikachu, or something like that. So maybe that's what happened. Because more than 5 people voted for Pikachu, but then once he was up there, nobody jumped in. And so, yeah, maybe it's a thing where, you figure out the price and go, well, maybe not. I don't like my odds. Hello, Fast. I voted for Lugia and I bought a spot. Lost Origin box break? Could be Lost Origin. Lost Origin. No, I don't know if I have that. I probably have a sealed case of it, but I don't think I have a non-sealed case. But we'll pick out something fun. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Can you share the breaks? So tonight we're starting out with four Gem 2 boxes for Mr. Anthony Kalura, and I don't think I'll have black and white yet. I don't know why it's not here. Just taking a very long time, but we'll have to see when it arrives. Okay, see you later.